CBSN New York.
A career in the fashion industry can be challenging even under the best of circumstances, but not for two blind brothers who are defying all odds to make their dream a reality. CBSN New York's Ali Bauman has their very inspiring story.
This is how Bradford Manning and younger brother Brian assess fabric for their clothing business.
You can feel it with your hands, but actually the softest part of your body to feel something is with your cheek. Feels great.
Touch is behind all decisions made for their designs.
We had to get smart on it somehow.
They are co-founders of a New York clothing company fittingly called Two Blind Brothers. Both have a genetic eye disorder called Stargardt's disease.
It's a juvenile form of macular degeneration that destroys your center vision over time. And we were diagnosed around the age of 7.
But these brothers, who grew up in Charlottesville, Virginia, were never deterred by their visual impairment and, in fact, were encouraged by their parents to try anything.
Starting this project, Brian and I made a million mistakes.
Oh, we don't have any straight back shirts out here.
We started with the Henley shirt because it is what Brad and I love to wear. That was the science originally behind it.
Braille, which both were taught to read as children, is incorporated in their decisions.
We actually put the color of the shirt in Braille, embroidered or in puff paint on the hem. If they're not visually impaired, they can probably tell it's white.
But there's a bigger inspiration behind their foray into fashion.
I was working in finance, Brian was doing sales for a data company, and on nights and weekends, we had our fun project to give back to these retinal researchers and to make shirts that we wanted to wear.
We now had the unbelievable honor of being able to contribute to curing blindness.
And we do that by donating 100% of our profits back to retinal research, primarily through partners like the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
That's after operating expenses and salaries. They are passionate about making the road for others who face visual challenges easier.
It took me a year and a half to get diagnosed because they didn't know what was wrong initially. And Brian, had the benefit of that foresight. At that time, I remember feeling I didn't want that for him, but at the same time, there was part of me that was grateful that there would be somebody that would empathize with what I had to go through.
I had the opportunity to see Brad succeed at certain aspects of life, and by seeing him succeed, I then knew whatever it was possible.
And both came through with a sense of humor firmly intact.
Brad and I call what's behind us the only eye chart we can see, because for our entire lives, that big E was all we could ever get, and eventually that even went away.
Two Blind Brothers will be expanding their line in the near future.
You can't touch it through the camera, but these are absolutely amazing.
And there are socks with an inspirational message in Braille.
Thanks to you, we are one step closer to a cure. It's so fun. It's so fun.
We got to make an impact on somebody's life, and that's really all you can ever hope for.
Ali Bauman, CBSN, New York.